All right, they should be here with the burgers and the hot dogs and stuff here shortly. You good?
It's hot! It's hot! It's hot!
Why are you holding that?
I don't know!
You didn't have a table to put it on.
We didn't have no table! I'm the blue flavor.
Time will come and time will go. The years will pass us by. When I think about it, it always makes me smile. You might think the decade you grew up in was the greatest. There was nothing better than growing up as a kid in the 80s.
Happy 4th of July, 80s allies. It's Larry, it's Jim, it's Larry. In the back, we got the Mullet family. There's Mullet and Blue Flamer. We have an open fire. I don't know why we thought that was a good idea, but hello, welcome to the Summer Spectacular.
Yes, absolutely. How are you?
I'm alive. How are you?
Well, it's been a minute. We haven't
Yes,
done
it
this
has.
in a while.
Well-
but we're coming to you live here for the 4th of July. What?
Keep it down.
They're back there doing their thing. Anyway, we're about to have a really, really good time today. We're going to cook out. We're going to be with you and your family here for this episode. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah, if you have nothing better to do on the 4th of July, come hang out with us because, we have nothing better to do either. My wife is actually kind of happy I have my friends over because she's in the house watching a television show, and that's probably making her very happy.
You get to she gets to avoid all of
All
your
the
nonsense.
Yep, we get to be out here in the hot and stickiness, and she's got the air conditioning.
Absolutely.
What a deal.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we ended up that way, but
I think when she agreed to it so quickly, that should have been the first red flag.
probably.
That would probably be it.
But here's where we're at.
But
So-
yeah, we got some stuff going on today. What do we got going on
do.
today,
You
Jim?
know, we've had some amazing things go on while we've been away. And one of the things that we did some time ago, but haven't had a chance to show the allies, is we actually took a little trip.
We did.
And we've talked about it briefly on the show.
Somewhat.
We
We're
went back-
starting here?
Yeah, we went back to my hometown.
Oh, that's right. We did go back to Johnstown. That was an amazing
Starting here.
trip.
No, not that. What in the world is with
What
that
are you
hat?
talking about?
4th of July.
Mullet, come here. What is...
What are you wearing?
4th of July.
You want to wear a hat?
Oh, where the...
He looked like Macho Man.
Macho Man.
Oh, no.
Macho America. Happy 250.
I got nothing. Ugh.
Watch what we just did the thing.
Yeah, Anyway, we went to Johnstown, and we had a really nice time.
Oh, we're just starting back over again?
We're just gonna skip all that.
Went to Johnstown. We had a really nice time. We're just gonna...
Yeah, we're just gonna skip all
There's
that.
no
yeah.
cutting because we're live.
No,
and
there's
that's
nothing we
that's
can
a
do
huge-
here, so we're just gonna keep
huge
going.
issue.
But in any case, you went with me. We had a really good time. You got to see where I was born. You got to
Yes.
see all the things I used to do.
I got to
and-
see where Steve Ditko, the creator of Spider-Man, or the artist that did the version of Spider-Man that we are all familiar with today, he's from Johnstown. We got
Yeah.
to see them. Got to stand on the ice where they shot the... what was that movie again?
Slapshot.
Slapshot,
Yeah.
yes. where as immediately as soon as we saw that, I came home, saw the movie, and saw your dad do a marvelous role. Marlon Brando should be jealous of the
his one line.
His
Yes.
one line, but he landed it. It was so perfect.
He did.
I was like, if I was Guy at Bar, that's what I would want for Guy at Bar.
You know, it's a funny thing because even in death, of course.
One second. Did you just like knock a bird out of the tree?
I hit some leaves and it went straight down.
Why did we go live?
birds.
Why did we go live?
Because it's fun for us.
Oh, Lord. Anyway,
It keeps us distracted.
you know, we've all in our childhood, you know, we've all had to say goodbye to certain things.
Absolutely.
And I think our generation is pretty well aware of it, you know, with the dying retail and stuff. One of the things we did while we were back there was went to the local mall.
Which was amazingly fun. But what we noticed was the local mall turned into a local independent flea market where there's just a lot of independent stores. It's more of a collector's mall than anything else.
Yeah, the days of you know, seeing major stores, there really weren't that many in there. In fact, there weren't that many stores at all of any kind. And there's been plenty of YouTubers that have actually gone to the Galleria in Johnstown and taken a look at it. So by all means, if you're into the Urbex thing or the Dead Mall thing, by all means, go watch some of them.
In fact, because we have put together no plan on this whatsoever, if you are in Johnstown at the Galleria Mall, every once in a while, one of our favorite characters shows up and wrestles in that mall.
He does. A certain Warwolf.
Warwolf Creed.
He does. So shout out to Creed, who's actually traveling right now. He actually is at a wrestling show. As a matter of fact, he's on his way home.
Yeah, he's coming back from Iowa, of all places.
So he couldn't be here today. But
who knew Iowa had wrestling?
I mean,
Who knew Iowa had anything?
Exactly. That was sort of my thing.
I thought the only thing that Iowa had was Slipknot and Korn.
Yeah, but you know.
See, you like what I did there?
Yeah. But ultimately, you know, speaking of things that they had, you know, Johnstown does have one thing, although it has a dying mall, which a lot of places do. It actually has one restaurant that is the last of something.
Yes, the one that I almost got thrown out of.
Yes, and wait, what?
You'll see on this footage right now.
Yes, absolutely. Folks, we have a new segment called Remembering Retail, and we're starting with Pappy's Pizza. Take a look.
I already started the pose, and you just kept talking, didn't you?
I did, because we were live and we didn't plan well.
No, we didn't.
Let's go to the segment. The important thing here is that we are at the last Pappy's on planet Earth.
We are!
Yes. This was very popular in the 70s and 80s.
Why don't you let me go ahead and grab that?
Okay. I'll give you, because there's a thing that we need to do. We got the window here. This has remained unchanged since I was a child. There's something that we now here at Allies do every time we're somewhere we're excited about.
You ready? Go for it!
Kermit Flail.
Kermit Flail, because of how happy Jim is to be at a Pappy's.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Welcome, Allies, to Retail Remembered. In our first segment, we take a look at a restaurant long gone, but fondly remembered throughout the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast, Pappy's Pizza. Alternatively known as Pappy's Family Pub, the restaurant reached the pinnacle of its success in the mid to late 70s. Complete with their mascot Pappy, an affable fellow dressed in garb reminiscent of the vaudevillian era, the restaurant delighted kids with its player piano playing ragtime hits, masks and hats for the kids to dress like Pappy, funhouse mirrors, and the dough window where children could watch the kitchen staff prepare the pizza by throwing dough through the air. Alas, competition in the 80s from the emerging pizza delivery market put a squeeze on sit-down pizza restaurants, and by the end of the 1980s, Pappy's was gone. Except for one remaining location in my hometown, which Larry and I visited. Yes. Now check this. Can you just smell the age in here? Look at this door. Somebody melted down the red cups from Pizza Hut.
I mean, it's just like small food.
Oh, we have. So we have adult video games, And we have
You
a
still have the player piano?
No, this is not the player piano. It was an upright. It's an up. This is a regular piano. The one that they had was an upright. It was all different colors and whatnot.
Look at that. Look at that.
Let's see if it.
Oh, it does.
Still has middle C.
A little out of tune, but not too bad.
And I didn't play it loud enough for us to get thrown out. So.
Yes.
Oh, this is when you have the party.
Right. With Pappy's Fun Zone.
Yes.
This is.
Oh, this is probably the original machine that Jim played on as a kid.
I will. Yeah, it looks like it. I spent a great deal of time playing on this. Outstanding. You know, there's something else that may have actually been here when I was here originally, Larry.
What's that?
Which is this little lucky egg thing over here.
Oh, and how about this Challenger thing right here?
I don't remember that, but I do remember this.
So you might have gotten a collectible out of this machine.
It's very, very possible. When I was quite young. Which I'm not anymore. That's like a Space Jam reminder.
Yeah, but that was after us.
Yes, it was. Get the music blaring in here. This is outstanding.
We're in the way of the young child.
And that game needs some work, unfortunately, but, you know.
So, the floor definitely hasn't changed.
No.
I don't know how many different...
No, this is, I'm telling you, this thing is just as it was originally.
And just get a look at the booth, man.
But you can tell it was designed with children and my families in mind because
yeah, it was definitely
over here.
Oh, we're going over there. Right now.
you can watch them make the pizza.
Yeah.
It's addressed to you, Larry. No, not step up. No, get down from there. You're not supposed to be up there. What is wrong with you? You're too
Lots
old for
of things.
Well, okay, fair. That's very fair.
What's wrong with me?
You know, these were officially not original. I just want to point that out. Yeah, no.
It looks like that they didn't come with the building.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I missed the stained glass lights. That's the only thing. The only one that's left is this one over here.
And the Pappy's is the best side.
Yes. Or that window over there has some stained glass too. This is great. I love this place. Pizza's good too. This is childhood right here. Childhood. It's the same as it was when I was 4. Outstanding. You should eat yours. You have a really fancy one there.
Yeah, I got the. Oh. Well, since we're here, here's Jim's aunts and Jim's mom. Look at that.
Cheers.
Now, my lovely wife is sitting right behind me.
Yes.
She doesn't like being filmed.
Right, I'm trying to keep her out of the
we
shot
will
there.
continue to hold up on that.
I might have caught her a little bit
Is she still
by accident.
Okay. But she's here.
She is here.
That's the important part.
Yes, she's real.
She is real.
It's not like Vera on Cheers.
No,
like we
no,
actually,
no.
She exists.
Well, actually, it's funny because we call out to her and she just waves at us when we're doing things. She refuses to be on camera with us at all.
It's true.
So, all right, we're just continuing with the tradition.
Yes.
Okay. So this was Pappy's Pizza, huh?
Yes, it was. I'm quite full from pepperoni pizza. You were all over the place.
Oh, I got the Supreme. It was delicious.
It was tremendous. So if you're in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, get yourself a Pappy's Pizza, the last Pappy's Pizza on earth. It's outstanding. It's the same as it was when I was a kid. I'm loving it. See you back in the studio.
And this is the first time that I'm on this side, he's on that one.
It's true.
Pappy's Pizza.
I hit the tree.
So what? You can't hit the tree.
I hit the tree.
The tree's our friend. That's my friend. It's the only friend I got.
What in the world? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You are not the father.
Will you stop,
Father?
What?
Who's the baby?
You didn't know?
I definitely didn't know this.
What are
You're the father, I guess.
father of what?
We did one segment where Jerry Springer. What
How?
has happened?
That'd be more Povich.
You didn't know that he's a dad?
I ain't no dad.
Yes, you are.
Will you two get out of the way? Just get out of the way, please.
Did you? What did we resolve there? Why were they hitting each other with pool noodles?
I don't know. I heard something about there being a tie that they needed to break in the cornhole game.
Oh,
You know, it could be worse. It could be jarts.
yes,
remember
it
Jarts?
could be Jarts. Actually, if it was Jarts, we'd have one less mouth to feed today. Cheaper on the shelf.
That's true. You know, and speaking of jarts, you know, that was one of those very interesting things that happened in the 80s. It was a toy that was ultimately discontinued.
Yes, because
And-
people kept getting hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's get into it. So let's talk about some of that. Let's talk about some of the toys that went bad in the 1980s. And let's start, of course.
Oh, Jim's got notes.
Oh, I do, of course. Let's start with those lawn darts, or jarts as they called them. They were banned in the U.S. after 3 deaths.
3 people had to die before they banned Jarts.
3 children died.
3 children. Okay,
And
so
then-
what? The first one was an accident. The second one was a
Seemed a
coincidence.
little strange, and the third time we got a
It
problem
was
here.
like, oh, this is an issue.
I guess. But in any case, they banned them. And for those of you that are old enough to remember, you know, every house you went to in the summer, they had one sitting in the garage.
Yeah.
And they'd pull them out, and then someone would say, you know, as soon as the kids would grab it, don't touch that!
Yeah.
You know, remember that? And it was because 3 kids had died. But what I find so interesting is that the lawn darts, and they immediately, 3 kids were done.
Mm-hmm.
But how many other things go on in this country where tons of children die? Nothing's banned. How does that work exactly?
How did we land here?
Well, I'm just curious. Like, 3 people? Like, all of a sudden, that was the end of it?
Well, I mean, somebody came up with the idea to put a very sharp object at the end of a weight
They did.
and chuck it into a circle
They did.
while somebody was standing by the circle.
Yeah, it was like a combination of javelin and darts.
Yeah, so my question is, why was part of the rules have the other person stand at the circle?
I'm not sure that it
See,
was.
if we were playing with jarts, right? And you know, we're standing there and the mullets are standing there, I would not be standing right here.
Well, no, I
'Cause there's
wouldn't
a
either.
Flying weighted knife coming at me.
Yeah, well, or spear, I guess you might say.
It's a
But
sharp object
it
that'll
is.
kill you.
It's very pointy.
Yes.
Well, I mean, and did 3 people. But I'm kind of flabbergasted that it only took 3 before they managed to
Be done with it.
to
Call
get rid of
dead?
it.
Huh.
Especially in the era that we're talking about. You know, we were still come home when the street lights are on. You know, no one cared.
But how long was jarts around before they finally
You know, I didn't actually find a date when they were released, so I'm not 100% certain. But I would say that regardless of how long they were around, ultimately it didn't take much to get rid of them.
Hey!
Will you two knock it off? 1960. Well, there it is, 1960.
So from 1960 to
the early 80s, I think it was like 1980, 1981 that was gone.
that they 3 kids died. So that means the average was a kid every year until they finally discontinued. So you're allowed to have a child every 10 years. If a child dies every 10 years using this product, it's okay.
But if you get to the
But if
second one,
you get to not the second one. Again, a child died every 10 years.
Oh,
In
I
the
see.
60s. Oh, okay. A child.
so if you get more than 1 in 10 years,
yeah, then that's when they're. See, what happened was the third child died within 8 years of the second child, and that's when they were like, "We're not doing this anymore."
I get it.
See, now it's too much of a risk. At least that's how I feel that automobile companies decide when they want to retrograde something or not. But, who am I to know? I'm just the consumer.
Do you remember Power Wheels?
I do remember Power Wheels. I had one.
Did you know there were 4 safety recalls on those things? 4 of them. Between 1996 and 2019, there were 4 recalls on Power Wheels.
Okay, now, we're not talking about the big wheel.
No, we're talking about the electric. Like when you got in the little car, the Power Wheels.
Oh yeah.
In the 80s, the thing was the Power Wheels. Power makes them go.
Yeah,
Remember
with the
those?
battery that runs the running lawnmowers we all sit on now.
Yeah, the childhood car.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does not surprise me.
Yeah, so
It
that's...
does not surprise me that thing got recalled as many times as it did.
Yeah, and of course, and then there's also... I didn't know this. You've mentioned this before, those Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids.
Yes!
Recalled due to the hair or fingers
Yes!
being caught in the mouth the doll would eat.
Yes, and the reason why I know this so specifically is because this thing came out when we first came back to the United States permanently. We had just gotten into New York, and how long ago was that? I was in the 7th grade. But yeah, I distinctly remember seeing on the news that there were kids who'd have their hair, like in the middle of the night, start eating by
because they'd be sleeping with the doll, and all of a sudden it would activate and just start
chewing on their hair, and then like their hair. Yeah,
it was not good.
It was ridiculous 90s propaganda is what it was.
It was not good at all. Here's another interesting one. Sky dancers. I don't remember what those were.
Okay. So, yeah.
You do? Okay.
So sky dancers, what you're thinking of, it was like a ripcord.
And they spun around?
Yeah. What happened was when you'd rip the cord, it wouldn't go in one direction. It would decide which direction it wanted to go, and at most times it came at your face and knocked your teeth out.
Yep, and as a result of the injuries, they were recalled.
Yep. How did they not realize it would knock out children's teeth is the question.
Well, I think the intention of them was they were to shoot off vertically, but sometimes, kids, their hands, of course, if they would move it this way when they pull...
The thing is, and this is where the sky dancers screwed up, or maybe they didn't, is if you remember the G.I. Joe ones, because G.I. Joe had a version of this too, where you pull the thing and the helicopter would go.
Yes, I do remember that.
They had a ring around the blades.
Yes.
And that was their safety precaution, because they knew kids were stupid and they'd manage to hurt themselves on anything.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the sky dancers didn't have that. It's the arms that went out or whatever. And
because somebody was like, kids aren't that stupid.
Well, they proved them wrong.
Yes.
Probably one of the most well-known toy recalls for safety it happened in 1987 and actually took down a company as a result of it, and that is, of course, laser tag. Those of you that remember laser tag know that they came out in 86.
Which is weird because there's I don't know if you've seen this, but there is a not reboot, but reprisal of laser tag as it's slowly coming out.
There has been several times.
Yeah.
However, originally, when they came out in 86, they were black guns. As you know, we have a bunch of them.
Oh, yes.
And they were a beautiful set, but what ended up happening was, and let's see, I believe it was 19, yes. A gentleman by the name of Leonard Falcon, 19-year-old, was killed by police, by a police deputy after the gun was thought to be real.
How do you think that thing is real?
Sources claim this was a contributing factor in Worlds of Wonder's bankruptcy and closure as a result of it. But I do remember it being in California. There was a report that they saw someone with a gun. When the police showed up, they saw a black gun and immediately pointed and fired.
Now, I could say if you were using one of those squirt guns that we had talked about earlier this season.
The Uzis like I had, yeah.
Uzi, yeah, like we both had. But that thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I imagine on a quick glance, and if you were far enough away, you could accidentally mistake it for something. I don't know. I didn't do enough research to find out what happened to the officer afterward or whatever. I didn't go that far into it, but nevertheless, most of us that were alive then are very, very aware that happened. Because after that, that's when all the guns changed, and they were all vibrant colors and neon after that. And by the time you got to the 90s...
It was all Nerf.
Yeah, and I remember they reissued, in about the mid-90s, they reissued Han Solo's gun that had come out for Star Wars.
Yes.
And, of course, back then it was black, but in the 90s it was bright orange.
Yes.
That they did it was the only way
Well,
they could do it and get it out there.
That also explains why they designed the tanks on the Super Soakers the way that they did.
Yeah.
To make them bulbous, so it looks like that,
It's clearly not an actual
clearly
firearm.
not a firearm.
Yeah. But every once in a while we see, whether it's the laser tag stuff or the Uzis and the real looking water guns that we talked about.
Oh, it's lots of fun.
And every once in a while we see them and they go for big money.
Oh, yeah.
They really do. I don't know that maybe parents destroyed them at the time or threw them out, worried about their kids. I don't know.
Got recalled.
Yeah, that there's not that
something like
many,
that.
but for whatever reason, it has increased the value of them for sure.
Well, I remember there was this bit during the late 80s, early 90s where they were having kids turn in their toy guns it was like toy guns for bears or toy guns for something where you would turn in your toy gun, they give you a stuffed animal.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just to get them off the street. But, little boys are always going to want to play with guns.
They sure are. They sure are.
Cowboys
Boys
and
are going to be
Indians.
boys. Yeah.
Kind of hard to play cowboys and Indians without a rifle,
Well, I think they've sort of replaced that with whether it's aliens or monsters or zombies or whatever. Now the cowboys and Indians thing is
Regardless,
sort of,
I mean, what are they going to go up to? You're playing cowboys and Indians. What do you have now? A deed? This deed is going to get you off the land, and then you have to go into court and instead of handing out plastic rifles, the guy's now got a gavel and a big giant wig and has to put a robe on and has to play defense.
There's that.
And then the guy comes in with the briefcase and the suspenders and goes, I don't think you should have done that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. And yep,
You know how boring that would be?
it would very.
Kids playing land zoner.
Yeah.
That's what the game would be. Zoning land. And you're zoning Indian land and then you're kicking them off and then, I don't know, selling the blankets might be an interesting choice. Think that might go too far?
I think you're getting way too into this.
Maybe a little bit.
But we could have the new blankets say Nerf.
Moving on.
I mean, yeah, it's Nerf or nothing. Yeah.
Where's Adrian when I need him?
What was that? I forget.
Safety isn't the only reason that they...
I don't like the way you held those up because that looked elongated. Do that again. Up, a little higher.
Put those pool noodles...
A little higher. Nope, next to your chest. There you go. See? I think you might need to get that removed.
Things other than safety that could cause toys to be recalled would be social issues.
No, we're just going to continue with
Absolutely.
this. Absolutely.
The adult website on the Wicked dolls
Yes.
last year would be a really good example of that, for instance.
In Europe, I don't know why they didn't have this in the United States, but in Europe they had a pregnant Barbie where
We're about to talk about
you
that, as a
pressed
matter
on
of
the
fact.
stomach and a baby popped out of her hoo-ha.
Barbie's
We did have that here. Really?
Oh, did you?
Barbie's pregnant friend was named Madge.
Oh,
Was a-
yes, Madge.
Was a happily married woman expecting a child that could be popped out of her belly.
Yes.
Yeah, that did not go well here either.
Watch the Barbie movie. They even make mention of it.
Yes, they do make mention of Madge.
One of the other ones we should talk about is the speaking Teletubby dolls in
And
the
Ken's
90s.
friend.
Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Poe, when
A friend
he
of mine had the one that was the.
Poe said that what he was supposed to be saying is faster, faster, but apparently it was done in Cantonese. And the way that word is pronounced, and especially in that voice, it sounded like a slur, and that did not go well.
Oh,
So the word in Cantonese, and I apologize to anybody who speaks Cantonese if I mispronounce this, is fidit. And I guess when it was said in that weird accent, it sounded like something, a slur. And I did hear it at the time. It did sound like that.
Oh, but that's not a slur.
And then...
Wait, hang on. I have to quantify it. I understand what word we're going
Oh,
with.
okay.
But I remember back in the day, that didn't mean one culture or another. It meant that you were a wussy person that didn't do anything.
Well, certainly by the time you're talking about this in the 90s, it would have been a hot topic. Because at the time, that's when you were starting to see a lot of the LGBTQ community was,
And I understand.
you know, so I think it probably has more to do with the time it actually happened.
Yes.
Had that been 20 years prior or 10 years even prior,
Well,
I think it would have been a different story.
Here's the thing. Even in the 1970s, and you can check me on this, George Carlin did a bit on that exact word and how he felt that that word doesn't even mean what people think it is. It just means that you're a weak person.
Well, there's...
And that was in the 70s.
He does a whole... I remember him doing a whole bit on the fact that words and their meanings and
Yes.
why it's
Yes,
it's the person using it, not the word itself.
The 7 dirty words you can't say on television.
There was also that
There's a
one, yeah.
whole lot of things. However, Carlin in the 80s, that's a different story altogether.
Another one we mentioned in the 90s, Dirty Angela, as they called it from Spawn. If for those of you who might remember this, the toy was created and she has like this dress that kind of goes down.
Yeah.
And so because the dress was in the way, no one thought it was reasonable to paint the crotch piece.
Oh!
So if you looked under the dress, it looked skin tone because that was what the part was casted in, and so now it looked like she had no panties on.
Oh, wonderful.
And so they started calling her Party Angela, and of course they made the change. So there's one. Harry Potter's broom. Do you remember this in 2000, the Nimbus?
No.
Yeah, the Nimbus
2000 what?
I don't know the year, but it was Nimbus 2000 was the toy. The adult reviews on Amazon claimed they loved riding it. It did.
Oh,
it did.
did it now?
It did do that.
Oh, okay.
It did.
That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. Something tells me that toy wasn't meant for children.
And the last, but certainly not least, the American Girl doll from Mattel named Gwen Thompson. The doll was homeless as a result of a deadbeat dad walking out on her and her mom. The doll was sold, by the way, for $95.
Damn! Wow!
I don't even know what to say about that. Like, there's
Wow.
nowhere. There's
Why? Well, no. That's not what I was thinking. It's like, and I think we're good on the wood.
But anyway,
Okay, what homeless girl has $95 to buy this doll?
good question. Good question. But that's...
That's kind of a slap in the face. It's like, here, this doll's just like you.
I'm not really clear on who thought that was a good idea.
I don't know either.
I would love to meet the executive that came up with that idea just so I could be like, what are you doing? What were you thinking? You
Was
know,
the
but-
idea to buy that doll and then put her next to the other American dolls and have the other American Girl dolls make fun of this doll?
Because she was homeless?
Yeah.
I do not know.
Because that's typical behavior of people that age.
It is. I'm not really sure if that was what it was meant to do or not.
That is a social faux pas.
It sure is. But you know, when you're speaking of social and safety faux pas and that sort of thing, certainly this time of year is in doing parties like this is something we can bring up. Please, as you enjoy your 4th of July and your summer holidays and such, please remember to drink responsibly. Do not drink and drive or do any of that nonsense.
Oh, is that
at all.
where we're at?
We're going to
just
be headed in
all
that
over the
direction.
place.
We
Yes,
are.
yes. Please don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. Always have somebody with you in case that you do decide that you are going to drink. That way you both have a way to get home.
Absolutely. Very, very important. But you know, one of the things that I thought I'd mention is, and I don't know if you've noticed this in your news feed, but recently, and by recently I mean the last couple of years, we're seeing a switch over in people where they are trying to avoid alcohol, and they are moving to alternative choices as a result of that.
Believe it or not, this is something that we are seeing, especially in our generation, is the slowing down of alcohol consumption altogether. I mean,
Yeah.
more people in our age just kind of decided that it's not worth the
risk.
It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the expense because
Yeah.
if you get caught doing or the
You mean not for the actual
DUI.
drinking itself, but by the results of it if you get caught or whatever.
no, well, not just that, but the actual feeling. I mean, the hangovers are starting to catch up with a lot of people because I have a lot of friends now who've just given up drinking flat out because they just don't want to do it anymore.
Well, certainly I know, just as an example, you know,
Me!
by the time I was 30 or 35, I know that if I got drunk, that recovery time was a lot longer than it was when I was 25.
Oh, absolutely.
And now at 50, forget it. I was telling you the other day, I haven't had a drink, I think since January is the last drink I had. and I'm not really missing it at all. Simply because at my age now, I just, I don't really want it.
Yeah, and I tossed my hat in like over 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Like,
you quit cold turkey too. You just were like, nope.
That was a rough few days.
Yeah.
That was a really rough few days. I don't ever want to experience that again. That was bad.
And when you're not referring to the quitting, you're referring to the hangover that caused you to say.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
caused me to. Yeah.
I thought I'd point that out. I didn't want the allies thinking you had a problem or anything.
No,
That's not the case.
Well, it was to the point where I felt that it was going to eventually lead to something down the road, and I wanted to put a kibosh to it before it got out of control.
Yeah.
One thing I can say about young people, they've watched the older generation and their issue with alcohol, and they don't want anything to do with that nonsense.
Well, for crying out loud, we were in our youth. We were meeting in a field somewhere with Mad Dog and Boone's Farm, and we weren't exactly drinking good stuff either. We were,
I had this conversation with somebody the other day. When I was a kid, Lion's Head beer. I don't know if any of you know what Lion's Head beer is, but it's $11 a case.
Yeah.
And boy, that was the best $11 I spent. Mm-hmm. And that's when I was young enough to be able to handle drinking something that
disgusting,
delicious.
Oh.
So, I had a very unique taste. I especially went for the Lion's Head malt liquor, which had a higher alcohol content in it. But
it was horrible though.
The beer bottles because it made me feel like a man's man, But that's one thing you're seeing these days is nobody's buying the cheap beer except for the older generation.
Yeah.
To get over something.
Yeah. So in the interest of fairness.
Yes.
We do talk about booze on this show occasionally, and I thought that since we're doing this summer show, that it would be nice to explore some alternative options, right? On a little segment that you and I like to call After Dark.
After Dark.
All right.
Did I not do it right?
Well, we're supposed to do it together, but that'll be fine.
Oh, you want to try it again? No. 1.
Are you guys ready? Are we ready to transition? Here we go. We're going on 1, 2, 3. A little segment we like to call After Dark.
After Dark.
You missed it again. What?
All right. I promise I'm going to get it this time. I promise.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
3, 2.
After Dark.
Just go to the clip. We are allies for After Dark. We're not in our bar as we normally are.
We are not.
And you're with me for once.
And I am. You know why? Because this is one of those rare occasions where we don't use alcohol.
No, we're not using any alcohol. There is no alcohol whatsoever on this table at all.
Now, let me explain. May I explain something?
Yes, please do.
On why you started doing the After Darks on your own?
Yes.
Because I think it's finally time for the grand reveal.
I would agree.
I decided that I was going to have 1 or 2 alcoholic beverages with my buddy over here in a way to make money, which was a lot of fun because we did make a lot of money, and Mullet actually came and scraped me off the wrestling ring that night.
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did. Well, what happened was I came home, and my wife wasn't too happy with me, all right? And I wasn't too happy with myself because when I woke up after going to sleep, I was still feeling like I had way too many adult fermented beverages in me.
Yes. So did I that day.
Yes. So by day 3, and yes, I mean by day 3, this is what it felt like in my brain. Yeah. So I spent 3 days with this in my brain.
And decided you weren't going to do that anymore.
And after having that embedded in my skull for 3 days, because not only was it causing me physical pain, it was causing me emotional and mental pain because you really don't know where you're at. And you're massively dehydrated and confused and your body doesn't know which way. Yeah, it was time to quit drinking. And I am convinced, because I talked to a lot of people out there, mostly my age, roughly around my age, who are tired of having the party and they don't want to have deal with that either anymore.
You know, I'm not sure that it's the party that bothers him.
done.
It's the all the things that come with it
It
afterward
does.
because of the So the good news is we're not the only ones that are thinking like this. And there's a lot of alternatives out there, and we decided to talk about it a little bit today. And we're going to start from the easiest to the most spicy. Let's start with that,
is
shall
that
we?
what we're doing today?
So we're going to start with this one right here. This is rum, but it's 0 proof. There's absolutely no alcohol in here. And I should point out that it's not like decaf. It's not like it was alcohol and they removed the alcohol content. No. They've designed this, and it's a mixture of, let's see here, Tupelo honey, that I'm assuming is from Tupelo, Mississippi, I guess. Toasted cinnamon, fresh ginger, clove, charred apricot, and I'm sure there's a few other things in here that we don't know about. But nevertheless, that's what's in here. And you and I have smelled this already. I tasted it last night. It's very reminiscent, for those of you who've ever had Myers Dark Rum or an equivalent like that. That's sort of what it tastes like.
Well, for those of you who are familiar with early Americana, you understand that rum is a traditional drink that they had back in the 1700s. And
even before that, really.
Yes, even before that. And there was a lot of rum smuggling, but what they weren't smuggling was the rum. They were smuggling the sugar that went into the rum.
Yes, that
So,
makes the rum.
What you're really, really drinking above all else isn't the alcohol. You're getting the sugar cane, the mixture, the flavors. You could do without the alcohol. It's just they add the alcohol into it, or during the fermentation.
Fermentation.
Yes.
That's the word you were looking for.
The process that takes germs of all things and turns it into booze.
There it is.
Now, I loved rum when I was a young man.
I love it.
I had to stop drinking rum for the longest time because not only was it going to... Man,
it really...
I'm telling you.
It smells like rum, guys. This is not something that smells like something else.
No, this...
Shall we?
Yeah, let's give that a shot.
Whoa. It even has there's almost like a little bit of a burn to it.
There is, but that's the spice.
Yeah.
There is a spice, and
it makes it feel like alcohol. Not quite as harsh.
It's not the feeling of alcohol; it's the feeling of rum.
Yeah.
Because as you sit there and lay it on your palate. What was that?
I kicked our little
kick the
makeshift
trash
table.
can.
Oh, stop doing that.
And since we're live, it just happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I thought something was falling off my house.
This is not bad. I could drink this.
Way to go, and tried to turn it right back on the show.
I'm immediately
you
getting it
are
right
doing
back.
a good job of this.
You'd think I was professional.
You
or
would
something.
think that you knew what you were doing.
Yes. Thank you. What do you think of this?
This, you can definitely taste the rum. You don't taste, and there's no alcohol in it, so the alcohol is not blinding you from the taste of the actual rum.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you have drank something like a Captain Morgan's or a Parrot Bay or something along those lines, there's a very, very distinct taste of alcohol that's covering up the more traditional flavor of the rum.
Now, one of the things you could do with this is you could take something like this, which is, this is guava and pineapple nectar, and I'm basically going to create a non-alcoholic tiki drink with this. And what you would do is you would take a little bit of that and pour some of this in. Ooh, that smells good.
Why can't they just what the liquor replacement? Why do they have to advertise it like this? What you got going on with that?
So what I did was I took and put some of the guava pineapple into the fake rum, and it tastes like a tiki drink. It really does.
I don't like that it's called fake rum. All right, and I especially
technically they're calling it rum alternative.
Yes, and this slogan, the liquor replacement, warm vanilla toasted spice and the vulgarity of decadence of dark rum without the alcohol or calories for when you're driving, dieting, training, making a baby, taking a break, staying up late, getting up early, or just have stuff to do. Okay.
Decadence.
Yeah, why can't they just call it, here's a drink, enjoy it?
Well, I suppose they're trying to do it for the sake of...
I guess they're trying to market it to people who don't want booze, but want the flavor of booze.
Yeah. Now, they're all
That's a very interesting way to market it, though.
It is. Now, there are alternatives that you can do if you want to get some sort of buzz, but you don't want to use alcohol. And probably the most gentle way to do that is with something called kava. Now, if you're not familiar with kava, kava comes from the Pacific Islands. It's basically a plant, and they use the root that they then grind up and they mix in with either coconut water or milk or whatever, and they drink it. And they've done this for thousands of years in the islands. And what it is purported to do is give you a sense of well-being and such. Essentially, how it works is it's affecting the way that your body's receptors are taking the endorphins that your body is naturally producing, and gives you a higher sense of euphoria. Now, this is not as strong as some other substances that you would use to do this at all, but it does the job and does sort of relax you a little bit.
So the first thing you want to do is get a nice flat surface, all right? And then you're going to want to go get yourself a razor blade, all right? And then you're going to lay it out there, and you're going to, like, chop it up.
No, not like that. Not like that. We're not doing that.
But you said it was a lot less...
Well, it's not, this isn't going to be as, we're not going to snort it.
Oh, okay. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a spoon, right?
No,
you're
not going to do that either.
Spoon,
No, you're not going to do that either. In fact, this is not illegal. It's never been illegal. It's never been restricted. It's never tested for. It's nothing like that.
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to take this and go straight into the toilet and just dump it in there and flush it because you don't want that in your life.
No. You listen. There's a few different ways you can get this. One of them is what we're doing now, which is a powder that you can take and put into a bottle of water. And in this case, it's going to give you a lemon lime sort of flavor.
And strengthen your forearm, apparently.
Yeah. We're preparing for other things. And
especially if you're a single male.
Which, heaven help me, I am. So
Three of the four of us.
yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Now you've got it's essentially. And there it is. Now, kava itself has.
See what I did there? Thank you. See, Mullet is the only one who's halfway human being.
I'm just trying to stay focused on the show.
I have completely lost hope. I am.
Nevertheless, I would say that the one thing I will point out about kava is it does have a taste of its own. And it's sort of, it's not a bad flavor, but it's sort of, I guess, sort of chalky or whatever. I mean, if you'd like to, absolutely.
Just give me a little.
Would you like some in your cup here?
Well, no, because that's got rum in it.
All right.
Here, I'll just waterfall it.
That's fine.
I mean, you wash your ass, don't you?
I do.
Oh,
I
thank
do.
goodness.
Along with everything else.
You don't use the same brush on both ends.
I do
you?
not.
That's a very good thing.
Then go for it.
You know, if you did that, then you'd save some time.
It's sort of a lemon lime, and then there's that almost that
Yeah.
chalky sort of flavor.
That it reminds me of Sweet and Low.
Yes, it sort of does.
That's kind of what I'm tasting on that is the sweetness or the aftertaste of Sweet and Low.
Yeah. There definitely is an artificial sweetener in it.
And I did not like it then, and I don't like it now.
Now, I will tell you that kava does come in a lot of different varieties. There's some that come in bottles like this that are pre-prepared as a drink. I've had... The neighbors are destroying things. I've had those, and some of them taste a whole lot better than that does, honestly. There's one out there that has sort of a ginger component to it that's really tremendous that I highly recommend. That's a good one, too. But, that may not be for everyone.
No.
And there are other options. Now,
There are.
for the sake of YouTube and not getting, or
Demonetized?
Facebook and getting demonetized and all that stuff,
Or getting people angry at us for whatever reason.
We're gonna
because
have-
we managed to do that a lot.
we do. There's going to be some people that we're going to have to be careful with how we talk about this. What we're discussing now is a type of beverage that utilizes sort of a broccoli of a higher sense of awareness
You know
rating.
what? At this point, I need to go make sure that the grill's not on fire because Larry doesn't want to lose his job.
Yeah, there's that. There's that.
So we are definitely saying that even though I may or may not approve of this, by not
yes.
having me in scene,
I have to go ahead and do this one on my own.
does not mean.
We just know what he has to do. But in any case, that's what we're looking at. Now, we have two varieties we're going to take a look at. This one is called High 9. This is non-carbonated, and it's pineapple flavored and has what they call a honey cocktail. And it has 10 of those special elevating substances.
Broccoli elements.
Sure, that
Broccoli
are in
elements.
here. So you have a couple different options with these. You can drink them straight, just like this, right out of the can, and you're good to go. We are not going to do that. Instead, we are actually going to use some of the other stuff we have here to mix a tiki drink. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a shaker. We've got our ice in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put 4 ounces of this in there. Now, as I said, this is not, as these types of drinks go, this is not particularly strong. And the number of items in there that I was talking about are, limited to the whole can. So certainly for just a drink like this, you're good to go. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the rum alternative here, and we're going to use an ounce of that. All right. Now, we're going to shake this up. All right. And because we have a bunch of ice in here, we're just going to go ahead and pour it in. And there we have a drink. Mullet, would you like to come in, or do you not take of these substances?
I normally do not partake, but you know what? I will gladly come up and I will.
You'll
I'll
take a
partake.
taste, just a smidge.
I'll take a smidge.
There you go.
Okay. And that is good.
Yes,
good.
yes, it is. Oh, and you can really get that rum flavor in
Yes.
there, even though there's no actual rum in the drink. So, this is absolutely an option. One of the other ones that they do have them in sodas. So this one is a Diet Cola one. You could easily do a rum and Coke with this if you wanted to. There's a lot of different options. So, whether you want to do a little, a lot, or nothing at all, the options are out there for you. And regardless, remember, even though the Kava and the other one, though they're not alcohol, they do in fact have an effect on your system. So again, please be careful. Do not use any of these substances and then drive. Do not do that, please. I beg of you. Isn't that right, Mullet?
That is correct.
There it is. So I'll let you get back to what you were doing
Thank
here,
you, sir.
and we'll go ahead and close out here. This has been a great episode, and I think that this segment is really, really good for people and offers them another thing.
What are we
to
talking
think
about?
Well, I'm just closing out everything here.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And I. What are they doing?
What? Who's what doing what?
Why do they have the wheelbarrow overturned? God! God! I did it! I did it! God!
This is the only shirt I have.
God! I won! I won! This is not good. We should just go back to our seats.
I'm trying to determine if it was more that or this that caused me to get to where I am today.
What are you two doing? I'm the Milfa champion! I won! Yeah?
We're going Milfa. Yeah. FIFA, Milfa.
Wait.
Motor Park International Football League.
You guys can't create your version of FIFA?
Why not?
Why not?
What is the trailer park cup?
Milfa.
I'm the Milford champion.
It could be worse. Think of all the things that they could be doing at the trailer park that could be causing consternation to the people abroad and the public interest.
How could this possibly be worse? What else could they do? They're hitting each other with pool noodles. They're screwing around with cornhole. Now they got this going on. What are they going to do next? Play with fire?
I have an idea.
There's no good coming to this.
Of course not. And there's another thing that they could be cooking at the trailer park, but we're not going to mention that.
We don't play with redneck rocks.
What? This is bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
What are they doing? We better
what?
listen. They're going for the fireworks. We better get
They
over
are
there.
going for the fireworks.
We better get over there. Listen,
You can. I want to see what happens.
I'm gonna go stop them before something happens.
I
I'll be right
am
back.
not.
I'll be right back.
You do that.
Wow, ain't this some fancy stuff, man? What did you guys used to use this for?
Well,
How did you even find one? These are illegal.
that's small, man.
That's small? That was
Alright,
pretty
so we
big.
used to have Roman
What are you
candles.
two doing?
It's 4th of July and fireworks.
250th birthday. Gotta go out with a bang. And it's a pretty big bang.
It's something
You
centennial.
cannot give him an explosive. He will
Why
blow
not?
himself up.
Hold on.
He will blow himself up. You know, as soon as he lights
In a
it,
world
he,
where fireworks safety is
Oh,
often
no. There's no
overlooked.
way. There's no way. Where'd the music come from?
Where, man?
What is that sound?
Hey, he's on a move.
Remember, children, always make sure your lawnmower is off before you dismount it. You have to dismount it carefully. I told you it wasn't me. I told you there he is. There I am. Go to him. Go to me. Go to him. Go to me. But where are you going?
Wait. I said, Larry is there. Larryman's there. Oh. Larryman and Larry at the same time. I told you he wasn't crazy.
It is I, Lairman, your public service announcer. Hello, boys and girls. It is I, Lairman, your public safety announcement officer. Yes, I know.
Can
How
I get your
grateful it
autograph?
is. No, Lairman does not do autographs, but Lairman does do good deeds. And one of the good deeds is to remind you why we don't play with M80s. Remember, boys and girls, ask your parents who have 3 fingers and a toe. Ask your parents who can't do anything anymore because they thought it was funny to take an M80, put it in their pants, and have it explode. Ask your granddad why or why not he can't walk across the floor anymore because he took one of those and thought it would be funny to stick it in his brother's pants, and then his brother traded pants with him, and then he exploded from the bottom down. It was very, very mysterious and crazy, boys and girls, but we don't need to make sure you don't do that. So, remember, mullets, especially you, those are extremely dangerous. Please be careful. In fact, I don't think you should have that. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. Yes, and I'm going to take care of it and dispose of it properly. Because if you're thinking that this is an M80, it is not, but it's still very hazardous.
It's alright.
What am I gonna do now? I gotta know. 250.
I got other stuff for you.
What else we gonna use?
They're safe. Don't worry.
They're safe?
They're safe.
But that thing was tiny and it wasn't safe. Larryman even said, that thing's even bigger. Larryman's
It's
gonna
fine.
kill
It's
us.
fine.
Are you
It's
sure about
It's
that?
just a sparkler.
Just a sparkler?
Here, have a purple. You're fine.
What is this sparkler? It's the Holy Grail. Look at its size and its dimension and the girth on this thing. Can I light it?
Yes, you can light it.
Slowly, slowly, slowly. No! No! Gotta put it out! Gotta put it out! Gotta put it out! Oh my goodness, it's not going out! Ah, it's still going! This is the most lethal firework ever! Why aren't you putting it down and getting out of the way? Like a smart person! Ah, that's right! You're my fan! Stop! 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 And that is why you don't play with fireworks, boys and girls.
I hope Flamer has a change of clothes.
Did you not see him run around the corner? He ran around the corner.
Mullet and Flamer are soaked, and you're over here cheering it on.
But you saw me and Lairman, right? There was Larry and Lairman. Larry sat right here by the fire like a responsible human being. Lairman came in and saved what could have burned Larry's house to the ground.
Look, I don't know how.
And we are grateful that he did that.
Listen, I don't know how you did it, okay? Somehow you managed to be in two places at one time, but don't quit your day job.
Day job.
Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, especially now. I'm in my backyard on a holiday.
I told you the building wasn't haunted.
What building?
When we were at the studio and that happens.
What studio?
You know what? We're going to get the burgers. We're going to get the burgers and having fun. Allies, we hope you've had a good time. We hope you enjoyed us here today. We hope you enjoy your 4th of July. And
actually, we have a couple more things that we need to tell you.
Yeah, we do. We actually do.
We should probably tell them about the whole...
Later this month.
Later this month. Yes, in fact, where's that graphic? Because...
Right here. Let's put it up.
It didn't really get in.
Maybe the monkeys in the truck can put it up. There it is. There we go.
Or get noticed before, but as
there
you see, we're going to make this announcement one more time, and we're going to keep making this announcement until we're there, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be at Toys for the Ages.
Broadcasting live, just like we're doing right now. But it will be a very, very special occasion. We'll be with all of our toy buddies. You know, Alan's going to be there and the team. Of course, the BOD is going to be there. Uncle Bob's going to be there. Andy, of course, will be there. Everybody we love is going to be there for the most part.
Everybody we know and care about is going to be there. Plus, they're going to see the Mullets.
Yes.
Adrian.
Yes.
Werewolf Creed even said that he would appear for some reason because he just wants to depress us while we're having a wonderful time.
Well, you know, he is our gatekeeper.
Which is why I'm paying him well, never mind.
I think Mac might actually be coming too.
Mac might even be there.
He might make an appearance as well.
But if you're looking for the interest and you're looking to help us out, please come around, say hi to us. We'll talk to you, wave at you, give you a thumbs up.
And you know, catch up with Mullet or Adrian. You know, if you bought something cool at the show, they'd be happy. They're going to be doing the man on the street thing and seeing what people are buying and enjoying. And of course, we're going to review all of our old segments and all the past years of the show. And hopefully, we'll get a chance to talk to Andy and interview some of the gang. I know Christy from the BOD is already chomping at the bit.
Of course,
to be a guest on the show.
Yes, he is.
We're going to be live. I have no idea what's going to come out of his mouth. I'm just going to warn everyone now.
Yes.
So, well, I mean, the BOD smells good. They got the BOD bomb now.
Yeah, remember?
Yes.
Actually, you know what? This gives me an idea for a little station we should probably have.
The decontamination station.
Yes.
So that people don't have an odor to them.
Yes. The facilitation station.
Yeah, maybe we should get one of those super soakers we were talking about and load it with body wash.
Oh, well, I was thinking about we get one of those hose systems and we like make an arch and then we...
you know what? Like a mister.
This is something that we're not going to discuss with all of you wonderful people, but if you do want to see the interestingness that eventually happens from this conversation, you need to be there. Jim, tell them when.
You want to get the Toys for the Ages. It's on the screen right now, date and time. Notice it's in a different venue this time. It is not in Carlisle. It is just down the road in Gettysburg. We're here to promote.
How did you guys get soaked and now you're magically dry? Do you not see the direction I'm going in with this?
We have a nice fire.
I had towels, and we have a fire of our own over there.
We'll see you guys later.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. Come check us out July 25th or 6th or July 26th and the 7th.
Dates are on the screen.
Please pay attention to those.
We don't have it written down here. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
No, July, mumble.
24, 25, 26. I know the date.
Nevertheless, we'll be there. You be there. We're going to have a good time. And so, for Larry, it's Jim. For Jim, it's Larry. For the Mullets. For Werewolf Creed, who can't be here today. And Adrian, who's on location. And, of course, Mac, who's on assignment. We wish you well. And we'll see you next time.
Happy birthday, America.
America.
As a kid